Can I get a glass of water? This is not a prank. You never seen it?
No.
It's amazing. He gets a glass of Flint tap water. I swear to God, he drinks it like this. Watch this.
Can I get some water? I'm still waiting for my water. I really did need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
Usually when something isn't a stunt, you have to say that.
Speaking of Barack Obama, he decided to drop a post on X today. And I thought, okay, maybe in the wake of the Pete Hegseth presser, he's going to say something like, no matter how you feel about the Iranian strike, hats off to our,
Bet you didn't see that coming, Ring. Joe Rogan and Megyn Kelly dropping verbal fireworks that somehow landed right at Obama's doorstep, leaving everyone wondering if they planned it or if the universe just enjoys chaos. 1 minute you're sipping coffee, the next you're watching two media powerhouses unleash commentary so blunt it could cut granite. What exactly did they say that sent shockwaves across the internet? Stick around because this one gets wild.
Play people clips of Obama talking about the importance of securing the border.
I like to play those clips.
And
sounds just like
you
Trump.
Play the statistics of how many people they sent back and telling people to not come over with their children, that they'll be separated from their children. It's one of those things where people don't like
sitting around on a June Thursday thinking about himself and his glory days. And to your point, Smug, I'm starting to warm up to Michelle Obama's POV. I mean,
Joe Rogan kicked off the whole chaos the way only he can, by casually wandering into a topic like he tripped over it on his way to talk about elk meat. And of course, he opened it. Because why not? The man treats controversy like cardio, gets the heart pumping and the audience buzzing.
Pretend it's Barack Obama is crazy. Yep. There's no perfect person that's going to be president.
We don't want kangaroo courts and trumped up charges. That's what happens in other places that we used to scold for doing that.
But that doesn't mean he wasn't a great spokesman and a great representative of America, because he certainly was.
We want our court system and our Justice Department and our prosecutors to be playing things straight and looking at the facts.
Because he was brilliant, articulate, calm and measured, all those things.
If you're enjoying this video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. He didn't even warm up. No stretching, no easing in, just straight into a commentary so unfiltered it felt like a lost scene from a reality show where truth and absurdity fight for custody of the microphone.
did care about this little ditty here, Maureen, where he decided to give us a little insight into his relationship with Michelle. Here it is, SOT 29.
Since I left office, I have spent over 8 years now trying to dig myself out of a hole with Michelle. And that's been challenging, but I feel like I'm making progress. I'm almost breaking even at the moment.
He started examining Obama's choices like he was holding them under a magnifying glass he found at a garage sale. Slightly cracked, but good enough to prove a point. Rogan does this thing where he squints slightly, tilts his head, and sounds genuinely baffled that someone once made a decision he wouldn't make while wearing neon green Crocs. It's part of his charm.
Remember when they gave that speech, when he gave a speech on television, and everybody was like, fuck this. Mm-hmm. And then they go, it kind of just went away.
It was one of the most beautiful moments in modern American history. People really actually stood up and stopped a war from happening.
Today, I authorize the Armed Forces of the United States to begin a limited military action in Libya in support of an international effort to protect Libyan civilians.
And the way he broke down Obama's political universe, it was like watching someone review a sci-fi movie they're convinced is a documentary. He'd toss out lines analyzing Obama's approach to policies as if they were scenes from a Marvel plot twist nobody asked for. According to Rogan, things didn't just go sideways. They took a wrong turn, got lost, and refused to turn on the GPS. You could practically hear him thinking, surely someone saw this coming, right? He treated Obama's legacy like a puzzle missing 3 pieces and the picture on the box. He walked through the logic, questioned decisions, and then questioned the questioning of the decisions. Classic Rogan. A spiral made of curiosity, confusion, and a sprinkle of, this could have been avoided if aliens ran the government. The funniest part? He delivered all of it with this bizarre combination of seriousness and amusement. Like he couldn't decide if Obama's choices were a political misstep or a comedy special that nobody realized was supposed to be funny. He highlighted contradictions in a tone that felt like reading Yelp reviews for a restaurant that serves both sushi and pancakes. You're not sure what's happening, but you're entertained. Then Rogan got bold. Bold in that specific, I know this is going to trend online, but I'm spiritually committed now, way. He dug into the contradictions he saw in Obama's record, pointing out how some actions looked like they were guided by philosophical consistency, while others looked like they were scribbled at the last minute with a half-dried pen. And he did it with that signature Rogan delivery. Confident, puzzled, and slightly amused that humans still insist on pretending politics is ever straightforward.
See the post he put out to celebrate her birthday?
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
her birthday or their anniversary? It shows the least attractive photo of her that's ever been released. I mean, this is just wrong. Michelle Obama can look very nice in a photograph. This ain't it. She's got the kerchief on her head. They're about 20 feet apart in this intimate dinner. And he looks great. This is classic, right? Like, he's like, this is a great picture. He's got the 1,000-watt smile. And she looks terrible.
His facial expressions alone could have narrated the whole thing. The raised eyebrows for the dramatic moments, the head tilt for the explain this to me again sections, and the slow nod for, oh wow, that actually happened. It was like watching someone audit a government with the same energy they'd bring to asking why Uber Eats delivered cold fries. And the reaction online? Predictably, volcanic. People were acting like Rogan had shown up in a superhero cape made of podcast microphones, dropping the kind of commentary that makes political forums start vibrating. The memes alone could power a small city for a week. But while everyone was still processing Rogan's commentary tornado, Megyn Kelly walked in from an entirely different corner of the universe and delivered her own brand of precision-grade criticism. And unlike Rogan's free-flowing conversational monologue, Megyn came in with the tone of someone who printed a spreadsheet for the drama. She brought a tone that could slice through marble, silver-cold, sharp, and powered by caffeine. While Rogan's take felt like a ride in an Uber driven by someone who wants to tell you about crystals, Megyn's felt like the final draft of a report a PR team would fear reading.
Like when Obama was president, worst they could get on him is, remember when he wore that tan suit?
Why did you take issue with the suit?
Because you know the image makers in the White House. Here's a president coming out at such a serious moment where he should be addressing the country on such a serious matter, and he looked like he was on his way to a party at the Hamptons.
He never had a single moment publicly where he stumbled, where he said something really stupid. This is insane.
It's insane.
When she turned her attention to Obama, it wasn't casual. It was focused, determined, surgical. She didn't toy with the narrative. She carved her way right through it, highlighting what she saw as the glaring gaps, the strategic misfires, and the polished image that didn't hold up under her interrogation lamp. Kelly doesn't do soft. She does, let's look at the receipts. Her commentary wasn't delivered with wide-eyed curiosity like Rogan's. She questioned Obama's moves with the same tone someone might use when asking why their kid tried to microwave a fork, baffled, displeased, and dramatically unimpressed. She took aim at Obama's decisions with the precision of someone who's been keeping a mental list for years. According to her, some of Obama's much celebrated moments didn't age like fine wine. They aged like yogurt left in the sun, and she made sure everyone knew exactly which inconsistencies had her raising an eyebrow so high it broke altitude records. What made her commentary hit so hard was the cool delivery, almost icy. She didn't yell, didn't rant, didn't do Rogan-style wandering metaphors involving space explorers or cavemen. She simply laid out her criticisms like an attorney sliding evidence onto a courtroom projector. Here is the moment where this went off the rails.
Truth. Yeah, it's the other side of the first side we always cover, which is her and how miserable she is.
Again, like, I know we've talked about this at length, and it feels like a real puzzle for the ages, but why is he still whipping himself? Like, why is he still wearing the hair shirt? Why is he still suffering?
I don't know. I don't know the hair shirt. I don't know. It's time. They can easily say it didn't work out. We're going to part ways. And
here's the part that defies logic. Here's the pattern that looks suspiciously like a performance review someone should have had earlier. And the audience? They were stunned. Half of them were taking notes. Half were gasping. And a few were probably Googling the moments she referenced because she brought the kind of energy that makes you want to rewatch old political footage just to see if you missed something. Rogan floated through the analysis like he was exploring a cave with a headlamp. Kelly blasted the cave open with a flamethrower. But here's the twist. Despite coming from completely different angles, both of them landed blows that made the political world sit up Rogan's raw honesty. Delivered with that boyish, I'm just exploring ideas energy, caught people off guard. Kelly's sharp-edged breakdown was the kind of commentary that makes politicians suddenly remember they have errands to run far away from cameras, and the reactions kept getting more chaotic.
That's what happened to Obama. Obama was the guy that we all thought was going to change the world.
Obama was a homegrown, almost messianic political figure. I mean, you remember how it captured the nation, times 10 in the Chicagoland area.
Here you have this guy. He is the son of a single mother.
At very high social cost to be disagreeable with the rise of Obama in 2008.
Comes from very humble beginnings.
Relatable,
very relatable.
likable.
Remember, Obama did his victory speech in Grant Park in downtown Chicago. That's where he celebrated his victory in 2008. It was just an all-encompassing...
Some folks were shocked that Rogan dared to poke holes in Obama's legacy with such gusto. Others were speechless that Megyn Kelly not only poked holes, but restructured them into a full architectural critique. Comments poured in, did they really say that? Is this real life? Obama's ears must be ringing like church bells. But the funniest part of all this, neither Rogan nor Kelly was talking to each other. It was like two separate meteorites landing on the same day, in the same spot, purely because the universe has a dramatic streak. Rogan brought the casual comet, Kelly brought the crystalline shard, and the impact was spectacular. Back on Rogan's side of the universe, he continued exploring Obama's political choices like a guy who still can't believe humans elect people based on speeches and not MMA records. He dug deeper into how Obama's leadership style didn't match what people expected, highlighting the disconnect like someone pointing out a plot hole in a movie everyone pretended was flawless.
He gave an interview, for example, on Jennifer Hudson's show, and listen to her talk about Barack here.
What's our former president doing?
He's doing okay.
He's doing all right.
Yeah. He's still working too hard, but I think that's something he will always do. That was our anniversary date. But he's doing well, working hard on the Obama Presidential Center.
His audience loves him because he'll say what people whisper, and then he'll whisper it louder. So when he dove into Obama's inconsistencies, he didn't treat them as footnotes. He treated them as the main story, the central thread, the how did we all miss this moment. And he did it with that unmistakable Rogan puzzlement, half amused, half annoyed, all in meanwhile, Megyn Kelly was still shredding through the political narrative with the confidence of someone flipping through a binder that says, top 10 things nobody wants me to bring up. When she analyzed Obama's communication style, she did it with razor precision. To her, it wasn't just about what he said, it was about what he avoided saying, and she made that very clear with the kind of commentary that makes viewers lean forward and whisper, oh, she went there. Her breakdown of Obama's administration was so methodical, it could have been a seminar. She questioned motivations, timelines, inconsistencies, slicing through the political haze with a tone that suggested she's seen enough spin to power a theme park ride.
You look at the policies and the attacks on whistleblowers and drone strikes and all the other shit that happened during that administration and the coup in Russia. And there's a lot that's, from a foreign policy perspective, that's very similar to what George Bush was doing. But what they were doing was highlighting social justice issues that came about during his administration, largely obscured the fact that the foreign policies were very similar to what George Bush was doing.
Both Rogan and Kelly hit Obama from completely different angles, yet the result was the same. Obama discourse everywhere. Group chats lit up, comment sections caught fire. And through it all, Obama didn't even have to be anywhere near a microphone. He was just out there somewhere, minding his business, while Rogan and Kelly unintentionally launched a dual-front commentary hurricane that had people reevaluating everything from speeches to scandals. Their independent critiques collided purely by accident, but the effect was unmistakable. They cracked open the political nostalgia bubble that had protected Obama for years, and they did it with comedic timing the universe couldn't have planned better. Rogan brought bewildered honesty. Kelly brought the cold precision.
Stole his first term as president. These absolute liars who run around trying to act like they're the protectors of democracy completely ruined it, tried to undermine it at every turn and at the highest levels with lies, with out-and-out lies that were really serious and changed foreign policy and changed the course of history in this country in Trump's presidency. And there must be accountability. There has to be actual criminal.
And no matter where anyone stands politically, no one could deny the entertainment value. It had drama, wit, sharp observations, a sprinkle of chaos, and enough memes to power another week of discourse. The best part? Neither of them was finished. Because if there's anything predictable about Rogan and Kelly, it's that unpredictability is their brand. And judging by how this whole Obama whirlwind played out, people will be ready the moment it happens. Viewers who thought they were just stopping by for a casual rant suddenly found themselves strapped into a roller coaster with no warning signs and no seatbelts, because that's the Rogan and Kelly phenomenon. Two different styles, two different platforms, one shared ability to stir the pot so vigorously that even the pot starts questioning its life choices. And somewhere, the internet is already refreshing, waiting for the next accidental firestorm.